You know, if they played like they do every time I'm in the building, we'd be talking about winning the division. I'm Jake. I can't skate, and this is a Flames hockey game day recap. The Flames improved to 10-2 on the season in games I attend, and you can put it in the win column. Good guys win 4-1 over Matthew Tkachuk and the Florida Panthers, and the Flames were just the better team all night, with the possible exception of the first few minutes of the third period. Despite not scoring in the first period, literally every rush the Flames had felt like it was generating a scoring chance. Every possession was grinding away at the Panthers. Gridin had several chances. Morgan Frost split the D, made a crazy move, and got robbed by Tarasov. Tarasov is the only reason that first period wasn't 4 or 5-0 for Calgary. But little offense the Panthers generated, Dustin Wolf brushed aside easily. That was arguably the Flames' best period of the season, and they didn't score. It's funny that yesterday was 2000's night at the Dome, because this was a game where they very much reminded me of that 2004 Flames team, where there's not really many standout guys. That 2004 team had Jerome McGinley. There's not really a Jerome McGinley on this team, but it's a bunch of really good hockey players playing together. And that's what the Flames were yesterday. They were good and consistently good. And they could have easily gotten frustrated both during the first period and after it, but they didn't. So the Flames keep grinding away and grinding away and grinding away and generating chances, and finally, in the second, Blake Coleman forces a turnover from Sam Bennett on a breakout, throws it over to Joel Farabee, and here's the key. Blake Coleman doesn't stop playing when he makes that pass to Joel Farabee. He immediately drives the net, bringing Mikkola with him. Farabee puts the puck toward the net, not looking for some fancy play like he could have. And because Coleman drove the net, bringing Mikkola with him, the pass from Farabee hits Mikkola in the skate and beats Tarasov on the deflection, and the Flames finally, deservedly, go up 1-0. And the Flames could sit back, but they don't. They keep coming in waves. And it's the fourth line. It's Adam Klapka on a cycle, getting it to Olli Mata behind the net. He takes the puck in the face initially, but keeps on playing and makes a beautiful pass to Victor Olofsson for a one-timer from his knee. It's his first as a Flame and a beauty, and it's 2-0. And again, the Flames could be up by several, but it's important they at least have a 2-goal lead after what are two pretty much flawless periods to start this game. Now, you could blame a lackluster effort from Florida. You could say they were on the second half of a back-to-back. But I don't think that's giving this Flames team the proper credit they deserve. Guys like Connor Zary, Joel Farabee, Morgan Frost, they're all flying in this game. And really most of the last two. It's actually been very impressive to see. On a side note, I mentioned it was 2000's night. Let me just tell you right now, Shot Down in Flames should be the goal song. We gotta get rid of TNT and go back to Shot Down in Flames. It was instantly better. Now, the third period, I'm guessing Paul Maurice told the Cats exactly what he thought of them, because they came out much more desperate in the third. The Flames were kind of in cruise control to start the third period. And it showed, because the shots went from 20 to 13 Flames to 20 to 19 when AJ Greer scores to make it 2-1. And I have some things to say about AJ Greer later in this game, but on this particular play, this very second, this is just a good job of finishing off a strong cycle shift for the Panthers, who were outworking the Flames a bit at the time. But then we get to something absolutely inexcusable. After the Flames find their legs a bit, went into one-goal game, in a game they should be up 8-1. Connor Zary is entering the Panther zone. He's going one-on-one up against AJ Greer, and he's got lots of speed. Greer is caught flat-footed, so he hooks Zary. After he hooks Zary, Zary goes off balance into the corner to follow the puck that he lost because he was hooked. And he's off balance going into the corner, and Greer is behind and not gonna get to the puck, and Zary's back is to him, facing the boards. He could just leave Connor Zary alone here. He's not very dangerous at this exact moment in time. Instead, I guess out of frustration or pure stupidity, he decides he's gonna, looking straight at Connor Zary's numbers, shove him when he's already off balance into the boards head first. What the fuck? What the fuck, AJ Greer? There is no justification for this play. It's not a hockey play. You're not trying to win a battle. I think you just got frustrated because you got beat and did something stupid. And Zary goes head first into the bottom of the boards, and he immediately grabs his neck and he leaves this game. And it looked after the game, when they're handing out the red blazer for most valuable player, like Zary maybe escaped this okay, but this is just a brain dead, nonsense, dirty play by AJ Greer. What the fuck? Supplemental discipline, please. Anyway, from a game perspective, with 8:46 to go in the period, they actually called the initial hook on Greer and gave him a 5-minute interference penalty and a game misconduct for the hit. This resulted in the rare 7-minute power play in the final 8:46 for the Flames. The sheer length of the power play, plus the injury to Connor Zary, minor or not, seemed to take a lot of the wind out of the sails of the Flames and of the crowd. Because for the first part of this 7-minute power play, they were pretty lackluster, didn't really get much. In fact, they even took a penalty, and it was 4-on-4 for a while. But when they're back on the power play, because the penalties to Greer are that long, the Panthers even take another penalty, and it's almost 2 minutes of 5-on-3 time for the Flames. And that's when they decide to click back in, and Parekh makes a wonderful decision to just simply attack the net on a 5-on-3, no unnecessary passing, because Morgan Frost is already in front of the net, and Yegor Sharangovich is going there. So even though Parekh's initial shot through a screen gets stopped, Frost and Sharangovich are banging away at it, and it's Morgan Frost who eventually gets the goal. He deserved 2 or 3 in this game, so that was great to see. Parekh with another smart play. He's looking more and more comfortable. And then on the same power play late in the game, Gridin makes a wonderful pass up to Matt Coronado. He's got a breakaway. He rips it past Tarasov, and it's 4-1 Flames. And that's well deserved. They could have been in the double digits last night. This was a dominant performance. This just came in waves and never stopped except for a couple of minutes to start the third. I absolutely love seeing this effort from the boys. It's great to see young guys like Parekh getting rewarded for their hard work. I love seeing Frost seemingly coming into his own. He might be the guy to hit 20 the way he's playing lately. And every game, Gridin makes at least a couple of plays that make you see that he's going to be special for this team. As a side note again, it's the start of the long goodbye to the Saddle Dome. The Flames actually announced the logo that will most likely be the center ice logo and be featured on some special edition jerseys next year. This was the point of 50 home games remaining at the Saddle Dome, and I will be doing some special videos recounting some of my favorite moments in attendance as we start saying goodbye to the Dome. Let me know what you thought of yesterday's game. Let me know what you think of Matvei Gridin, of Zane Parekh, of Morgan Frost. Do all the YouTube things. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can get up to 100 subs by the time the draft comes. And as always, go Flames.